my fellow soulmates and food lovers, and welcome to another episode of Eileen's Kitchen Stories. And as you can see right here, I'm currently at Coffee Stockholm here in Berlin because I'm shooting the food facts video for you guys. So let's start right in with the food facts. Food fact 1. Every day, an average about 2,252,544 meatballs, so köttbullar, are sold in the worldwide IKEA stores, of which we have 384. And supposedly the Germans really eat the most of them because they're the frequent customers in the IKEA store. I mean, obviously, because we love our buletten. Food fact 2. Now guys, let's talk about the famous coffee break called Pika. But it's not only a coffee break, but it's a legitimate reason to take some time off. And it's something that you can have in the morning, in the evening. It's something that you can have at work or at home, anywhere literally and at any time, because it's not only a coffee break, but it's really something to socialize. And the really good thing is you actually have some sweets with it as well. So it's not only some plain coffee, but it's coffee and cookies and cake and buns. And you can also have some open-faced sandwiches with it. Actually, about 51% of the people living in Norrland, which is in the northern part of Sweden, claim to have the fika twice a day. And also about 17% of the people living in Stockholm have the fika twice a day. Food fact 3. By the way guys, the Swedes are among the top consumers of coffee and sweets in the world. They actually imported 78,000 tons of coffee in 2010. The great majority of coffee consumed is the Arabica coffee, and then for espresso they use the Robusta, which is imported from Italy. The Swedes drink around 9 kilos per person per year of coffee, which is quite a lot. So they go second just after Finland in Europe. In comparison, in Italy, they rank the 9th place because they only consume 5 kilo. Food fact 4. So apparently Swedes, they know a lot about producing good quality pastries. And one of the pastries that is super popular is the semla. Every year, about 20 million semlas are consumed in Sweden, which equals an amount of 10 million kilocalories. Shrove Tuesday, you have about 14,000 semlas that are sold in the most famous bakery in Stockholm, Vätterkatten. 14,000 different semlas, are you kidding me? And although the Swedish people eat a lot of those, they actually tend to make them at home. Food fact 5. Since 1999, another staple food of the Swedish pastry has made its way into the Swedish calendar and is celebrated on the 4th of October, the Karnebullensdag. So the cinnamon buns there, the Karnebullar, are super popular, and about 150 million kilograms, so that means actually 50 kilo per person, are consumed every year by the Swedes. And that equals the total weight of 350,000 moose. I mean, come on, can you imagine 350,000 moose? This Karnebullar came about in the 1920s, just after the First World War has ended. At that time, more and more baking ingredients were made available. Food fact 6. So crayfish is another thing that's super typical in Sweden. In 2015, around 189,000 crayfish were caught in Sweden. And most of that crayfish is actually eaten at Kräftskiva, which is their crayfish festival. And this festival, this Kräftskiva, actually happens in August. Initially, crayfish was only consumed by the upper class citizens and the aristocrats in the 1500s. Food fact 2. Something that is super typical and they eat with a variety of dishes is the Lingonberry jam. Yes, Lingonberry jam is their jam. And even though it is sweet and tart, they rarely eat it with bread together. And in Sweden, they have the right to roam, which is called allemansrätten, which means they can actually just go about, enjoy the nature and pick up berries and fruits and anything that they can find. And this is because extreme poverty in the late 19th and the beginning of the 20th century turned the Swedes into thrifty foragers. making available all the natural produce that they had. It is so great because you can get to make your own jam afterward. Food fact 8. Their most popular cake is actually the green princess cake, prinsesstårta, and it is topped with a nice marzipan pink bright rose, and it's literally the embodiment of a vanilla custard and whipped cream heaven. This cake debuted in the 1920s thanks to Jenny Åkerström. She was the teacher of King Gustav V brothers' daughters. I know it's confusing. Anyways, he had 3 daughters, 3 princesses, and these 3 princesses, they actually came to love this cake so much. This is why they, in the end, not only called it green cake, but now it's famous for being called prinsesstårta. Food fact 9. Now, every culture has at least one culinary item, which makes not only the locals cringe, but also their visitors. In the case of Sweden, it is the surströmming, which is the smelliest fish in the world. From late August till early September, the Swedes uphold a very stinky tradition. They open up cans of this fermented sour Baltic herring, which is supposed to smell like rotten food, rotten eggs, or sewage even. This tradition dates back to the 1800s. Food fact 10. And then there is this thing which is called fredagsmys, Cozy Friday. The term was coined as part of a marketing campaign for crisps in the 1900s. You take your friends or your family and then you have a cozy evening together, which means you have easy-made meals, you have some snacks, you have some finger food, for example, because no one wants to clean up a kitchen mess after a super heavy work week. But many also associate the fredagsmys just with watching the telly, cozy with your family, and be a simple couch potato. So guys, I hope you did like this little video. Please leave me in the comments below what I missed out on and whether you have some food facts, whether you're from Sweden and you want to contribute to this video. Also make sure to subscribe to my channel, it is for free, and then give this video a thumbs up if you think, well, that was quite representative for Sweden. So guys, I hope to see you in the next video then. Bye!